This equal battle that everyone's talking about, it's all determined by draft order. It's all determined by what's going on in practice. It's Mary Kay Cabot that covers the Cleveland Browns. I referenced this to you all last week. She wrote a piece explaining, like, hey, Kevin Stefanski's having to spend extra time with Shedeur because he's not that familiar with the playbook. He's not that familiar with reading different coverages and all. He's behind because he's only played for his daddy in an offense totally bent Shedeur's direction. Shedeur is not ready, and his attitude is horrendous. He's Debbie Downer. But this whole, oh, you got to give him equal chances. No, you don't. That's never been the National Football League. That's never been sports. You think Tom Brady got the same opportunity as Drew Bledsoe initially? In training camp and all? No. This is what cracks me up, is there's no consistent logic or philosophy. Every athlete I know, black, white, whatever, all these young athletes, man, I got mine out the mud. I got it out the mud. And what they really want to say is, I want a silver spoon in my mouth. I don't like the struggle. I don't want the struggle. I don't respect the struggle. This, oh, I got it out the mud. It's all just sloganeering. Everybody loves the underdog story until their daddy is Deion Sanders. Everybody loves the underdog story. But now that Deion Sanders has a silver spoon kid, now that LeBron James has a silver spoon kid, nobody wants it out the mud anymore. Everybody wants it out of a silver spoon. Shedeur was the best quarterback in the draft. He's this, he's that. He's John Elway. You put John Elway on any team, and the results are the same. The man looked like trash. They keep talking about he's out there with third and fourth stringers. Someone put up a picture of these offensive linemen that were blocking for him. 4 out of 5 of them have been cut. And the pocket is so clean. It's so clean, you could wash a baby in that pocket. So these 4 or 5 offensive linemen that are trash and aren't on anybody's roster provided Shedeur a clean pocket. And I'm like, what's the problem here? I don't care what their names are. I don't care what team they're on. I don't care if they got cut. They provided the man a clean pocket, and he couldn't get it done. Anybody that watches the tape, seeing this man drift around the pocket, back up, take these horrible sacks. You can look at pictures. You can look at the video. Receivers open. They were available. He can't process. And he had a bad attitude. That was a big part of the problem. Y'all have convinced this man that he is a victim, and he went out there with a victim mentality. Instead of seeing an opportunity, Shedeur thought he was a victim. I got to play with the third and fourth team. I'm only playing in the second half, blah, blah. He's never had to compete a day in his life. His daddy named him the starting quarterback on every team he ever played for, except for the Cleveland Browns, and we're shocked that the man doesn't know how to compete? And he's offered every excuse, and we're shocked. I want to play Dan Orlovsky. Hats off to you, Dan. It's legalized. Maybe only white guys are legalized to tell the truth in sports TV. I don't know. But here's Dan Orlovsky, SOT 8, breaking down Shedeur Sanders, what should be obvious to any of these guys. Play the clip.
What does the tape show, Dan? What did we actually see?
That the bad habits and some of the traits that we saw show up in college were very prevalent this past weekend against the Rams. Holding on to the football, catching the snap and not reading the defense, kind of evaluating what the defensive line is doing, and then trying to see if you can go make a play, and that's the concern. Okay, it's 1st and 10. They want a play-action double move at the bottom of the screen. The route doesn't win, and then the protection breaks down a little bit. You're taught as a young quarterback, protection breaks down, find the closest check down. It's right there, it's 1st and 10. He gets to like the 4th part of the progression backside that's not really part of it. Get the ball out of your hands. 2nd and 9. This is a spot concept up top. Flat, spot route, and a corner. It goes 1, 2 to 3. That defender tells you what to do with the football. If he goes out, you throw it inside. If he goes in, you throw it outside. He goes out. That ball should go inside right now, and then it's 3rd and 2 and 3rd and 3. But he just predetermines the throw. Motion man is the guy who's going to get the football. This is playing fast. He's going to be wide open in the NFL. Ball has to come out right now with anticipation. Shedeur moves slowly, kind of trying to see what's going on, and then that creates that sack fumble. So a lot of the stuff that we just saw in college is a big deal. This ball gets snapped at the 48-yard line. Defense has won the rep. Play is dead. Throw the ball away. It's 1st down. But instead we run and it's a 2.5, 3-yard loss. So instead of being 2nd and 10, we're 2nd and 13, we're dead. Again, here's the opportunity to throw the juke route. Hold, scramble. So some of those things that I was and others were concerned about on the college tape showed itself again. This is not the end of the world, though. This is part of his development in becoming a potential starting quarterback.
And it's part of the reason why every team in the NFL passed on him multiple times during the draft. And he didn't get drafted until 144 because some people saw this coming. It was plain as day. Show me an NFL quarterback, and maybe there are some, that spent pee-wee football, junior high football, high school football, college football, all being coached by their daddy. It's never happened. Show me an athlete who's never had to compete for the starting job. Never. And then try to tell me he's a great competitor. He's never had to compete. Shannon Sharp had to go to Savannah State. He didn't have the grades to get into any major college. Shannon Sharp got it out the mud. And now he's on camera on his show. The Silver Spoon kid, he's being set up for failure. He's hosting this conversation. What values do any of you guys hold dear? Is there anything you really believe in? Other than, man, I don't want Deion mad at me. And man, I don't want Black Twitter criticizing me. I'm listening to people that legitimately came from nothing. And they're looking at a Silver Spoon kid with gold chains around his neck and a daddy that has pampered him his entire sports career, and y'all caping up for, we're just all about justice, and we just want fairness, and we want people that come from nothing to have a chance, and blah, blah, blah. Here's a kid that comes from everything, and you're still trying to portray him as some sort of victim. You're still trying to protect him from having to actually compete. This is amazing to me, but it's not when you understand this entire system that they've put together. The elimination of journalism, the elimination of objectivity has rigged everything for conflict. So how do you get conflict out of Shedeur Sanders? Well, you pick out some random white adjacent or white quarterback to pit him against. Dillon Gabriel. And you make up a narrative. Look what they're doing for Dillon Gabriel. Oh, he got to work with the second team. Now, he was drafted in the 3rd round, the perfect place to take someone you think is a backup quarterback. And then for some reason, because the Browns in the NFL are into this soap opera-like environment, this manufactured conflict. We want a soap opera. The game doesn't matter. We want people pitted against each other, particularly black and white. And so when Dillon Gabriel makes a comment about, hey, I'm a competitor, I'm not an entertainer, he's talking about the media, but we twist and turn that into, oh, he just took a shot at Shedeur, and Shedeur is a victim, and now let's go run to Shedeur. Oh, did you hear what Dillon Gabriel said about you? Oh, can you believe it? He said he was a competitor, and he said you're an entertainer, and he never said that. But let's watch Shedeur lean into it because he's the clickbait king. His daddy still has, I think his brother or somebody still following him around, Deion Sanders Jr., following him around with a camera. They're documenting. He's the clickbait king. It's conflict and controversy. That's what they're selling. Don't miss a second of Fearless. Hit that like button and subscribe to keep up with our latest content.